We start with Adelaide taking on the Perth Wildcats. The 36 have got some key personnel not playing today and a very different looking starting lineup we'll get to in just a few moments. Meanwhile for the Perth Wildcats, they've had the chance this week to go home, sleep in their own bed, hug their loved ones and refocus for this next stretch on the road. Hello, welcome to Sunday Hoops at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Jack Evans, Jordan Poultry, Corey Homicide Williams and Andrew Gaze. And Drew, we start with the Adelaide starting lineup for DoorDash, and Dash looking looking for it. Yeah, Dash, and Sam Versto's not available. Possibly being their best player all season, but Sotto, the Filipino, he gets his first start. He'll hopefully be able to provide support for Mitch McCarron, who's doing some real heavy lifting, averaging more minutes per game than anyone in the competition. And for the Perth Wildcats, Corey, they're looking fairly consistent now. They've had a bit of a slump, but they seem to be playing some good basketball based on their last outing.
Family, they saw their own bed.
McCullough, it is.
They'll be ready to play today, and that man is back. Mitch Norton, he brings toughness, he brings leadership from that point guard position. The same thing that Delhi brings, and Ellie brings for Melbourne United.
Let's have a listen to the coach Scott Morrison a little earlier today. He caught up with John Casey.
It's been a big week for the Perth Wildcats. First time in 64 days they were able to get back home. The coach Scott Morrison is with me now. That must have been a huge relief for yourself, back to your wife and kids, and all the players as well.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't expecting to be on the road that long, which made it a little bit tougher. When we left Perth, it was supposed to be a few weeks and ended up being 64 days. So it was just nice to get a break, get a little sense of family, and recharge a little bit before we finish this stretch run on the road.
Back on the road pretty quickly, though, and the last time you were here, Adelaide beat you when you're on top of the ladder, so you won't be taking them lightly.
No, we don't take anybody lightly. I think 1 through 10 in this league, every team is tough and capable of beating the next team no matter what position they're in. So Adelaide kicked their butts last time. We had to fight to really get a close win to start the season against them in Perth. So it's going to be a dogfight, and we're going to have to really earn our good looks on the offensive end and our stocks on the defensive end.
And a shout out to our Kmart Game Time ball kit for today, Farida, who's part of our Sunday Hoops coverage as well. Welcome, Farida, as we're set to go at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. So we mentioned the first of 3 games. The 36ers haven't lost 4 in a row this season. They're at risk of finding that stat today if they can't manufacture a result. Wildcats, let's see what a bit of an emotional freshen up for them during the week can do. Cotton, top of the key. Normal service resumes.
Well, that's huge. Bryce Cotton, this has not been a happy hunting ground for Bryce Cotton. This venue at Adelaide Entertainment Centre, from the three-point line, in his 4 games here, he's 4 of 27, which is outrageous for a man of his capabilities, only at 14.8% from the field, so he'll feel good about seeing that 3-ball go in.
And Johnson coming off a career high night on Friday, season high night I should say, on Friday. And McCarron takes that ball out of bounds.
And for the Adelaide 36ers, Corey, when you look at this lineup and not starting their 2 imports, that it wouldn't have been the plan when they put this team together.
No, it wouldn't. And I would be offended if I was these imports. And that's just giving them more motivation to come out in this game and be better when they get a chance to play.
That's not a good start.
This is an ominous start.
It looked pretty easy so far, of course, when you see that first 3-ball go in. And this is contested with the foul. And you see Withers, he's coming off the bench. I guess the theory behind this, like I said in the opener, is to try and give Mitch McCarron a little help. Sunday Deitch has been really good at guarding Bryce Cotton, and sounds good in theory, but when you've got your 2 imports who are trying to find some scoring and firepower coming off the bench, that can, like you mentioned, Corey, can just be a little rattling.
Yeah, it can fire them up. But, you know, the reality is the lack of consistency has them in that situation. If you're coming in every game producing, you won't be on that bench.
9-0 start for the Wildcats in the first 90 seconds of the game.
Listen, they slept in their bed. They've recharged. 64 days on the road.
There must be some comfort in those beds then, because this has been really good. And DJ's been in some really good form. He's averaged 21 and 10 in their 2 games so far against the Adelaide 36ers, and coming off that 10 of 13 outing against the Phoenix.
As Majuk throws that one away. Sotto on the move. Took it down the lane, and that will be an offensive foul.
Pretty straightforward one. Sotto just a little out of control. He was trying to statue a liberty of it with the ball and just come down and perhaps flush one. So that's good too. You sacrifice your body, Corey.
Yes, as Mitch Norton usually does.
When those knees come up, it can get a little difficult and test your commitment
To taking that job.
That's it.
Game number 150 today for Majuk. Two-time NBL champion. One place, right time. Sotto did well to change the shot. Great opportunity today for Kai Sotto, Corey.
And the way the round has been going so far for these next stars showing out, I expect him to take full advantage of this opportunity.
Third meeting of the season between these two teams. They played in round 1 at RAC Arena in Perth. Wildcats winning that one 85-73, and then in round 7, Adelaide, a superb victory 87-74. Right here at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. They will play once more. Round 16 at RAC Arena. Duffelmeyer a little out of control there. And Norton back in the team today for Blanchfield. Second made 3.
He's been in a slump, Todd Blanchfield. He's only averaging 5.5 points in his past 4 games. And he's come out and knocked down his first couple of trifectas. And this is going to test the Adelaide 36ers this start when things aren't going well. How committed you can be. Let's see. Can't really understand Jamie there. It's hard to hear what he's trying to communicate, but I think the message to me is about the defensive end. When they won that game and got that really impressive dominant win, when they led it by as many as 28.
There's a big lead. Yeah.
74 they held the Perth Wildcats to, which was their lowest of the season. They are the leading scoring team in the competition. So right now, ominous signs. They've played 3 minutes. They've already got 12 on the board, and that's drawn some substitutions for the Adelaide 36ers. Withers coming in.
Sotto sits down. The Wildcats have got 3 more games on the road after this, and then they will finish off the season with a host of home games at RAC Arena. They've got to be eyeing off the top 2 finish surely. Johnson. This is from outside. Duffelmeyer. Offensive rebound. The 36ers can reset. McCarron. Duffelmeyer feeds Johnson. He turns and shoots. That misses everything.
It's good defense. A lot of ball pressure. You can see the active hands in Todd Blanchfield. One of those silly moves where the ring starts to look like a hula hoop, and everything he throws up, he's feeling good about himself right now. That's 3 from 3. 9 points to start it off for Todd Blanchfield.
Fantastic start for Todd, especially coming off inconsistent play that he's been in lately. So it's a great sign for him and the Wildcats.
McCarron wide open. Short.
And for me right now, you need to get Dusty Hemmings into this game because offensively you don't have that many much more weapons on the court.
Exactly.
We're on 2 points for the first 5 minutes.
We can understand.
Come on now. Let's get to it, gang. What are y'all here to do?
They need to pick it up, also. There's no doubt about that. And they, I think that they clearly have got to emphasis on the defense in Blanchfield, and even another substitution, and still Dusty doesn't see the floor.
It's Mojave King checking in. For Adelaide, who had just 2 points. And it's not getting any better for them. 1 of 10 to start this game. Meanwhile, Perth are 5 of 7. And it looks slick on Sunday Hoops. Lord falling away on the Karen. It's the Adelaide captain. Takes the bucket from Cotton.
And that strategic foul, they did that well to avoid the unsportsmanlike. And Perth fans, and I'm sure Scott Morrison would be wrapped in this, 10 of their games this season, they've trailed by 10 in the first half. They've had these patches, particularly early on, where they've been poor, the Perth Wildcats, but they've, I think they would have spoken about that, because you can't keep giving teams that type of an advantage, and they've shown today. And there's a good little flex cut and almost a three-point play by the Adelaide 36ers, but I'm sure it's something that Perth have been talking about, because they rectified that problem. They've probably got another win or two in there. There's Cam Bairstow. Just some illness has struck him now, and that is a big blow. Recruit of the season, in my view, Cam Bairstow.
Recruit of the season. He's had an exceptional year. He's been their best player and most consistent this season.
Yanni Wetzel in that conversation.
Flat out ball.
The problem with Yanni,
Recruit of the season.
he was so good last season, so he's improved and he's been fantastic. But when you're at that level, Cam Bairstow is someone that no one wanted. And not because of his skill sets, but just because of the injury problems he's had throughout the course of his career.
Travis. Michael Fraser on the court. Trying to get himself going. The pass, a little ambitious for Wagstaff, and here goes McCarron. Johnson hands off to Mojave King, steps back for three. It's no good.
They just cannot cut a break. Right now, the Adelaide 36ers, 1 of 11, 0-5 from threes.
And just not putting points on the board. It puts too much pressure on your defense. This team is rolling right now. Oh, man.
5 of 6 from outside to start the game as Cotton makes his second three.
This, by far, is their best start in the first quarter. And as you talked about, the struggles early all season.
Yeah.
The Wildcats.
Absolutely. I'm not sure blazing away. Half their shots have come from the three-point line. And they're 0 of 6.
Cotton dancing into the paint. Pass off Wagstaff last. Top Blanchfield with 3 made threes in a quarter for the first time this season.
They were 4 points on the board. Lack of offense, obviously. 1 of 12 from the field. How is Dusty Hannah's not in the game? Another guy that can create off the dribble.
Well, that's right, particularly when you're struggling on the defensive end. So the only way in these circumstances, they're white hot, 5 of 6 from the three-point line. That's exceptional shooting. The only way you deal with that is you've got to try and keep scoring, keep the scoreboard ticking over. So I know Dusty's had his critics on the defensive end, but right now they've been looking to find a way to get some offense going, and here's an answer for that. Well, that's come off the head. So I reckon that review is going to go the way of the Perth Wildcats, because that looked...
Well, this is a coach's challenge, Joey. So Perth are challenging this call.
Yeah, exactly. And they're going to win.
You think that's come off the scone of Daniel Johnson, do you?
It certainly looked like it. Am I seeing things?
No, I don't know.
It looks like it comes straight out the box. Have a look here. Bang, bang, bang. And I don't think there was any further contact there after that with Wagstaff. So
I wonder what our international viewers are thinking right now as we've just got Scon and Bots into the conversation in the last 10 seconds. I don't think Corey knows what we're talking about.
of course, he's Australian. That is a food.
Yeah, it's
It's like a bread type.
Yeah.
No, but the scone is also the bonds.
Oh, all right.
The 3K set. As predicted, they won that challenge. That's wrong, explain. Maybe people in other states aren't aware of 3K.
Having ostentatious in commentary this afternoon. Perth get the ball back, and the challenge was successful. Travis well short on his three.
Travis is another one. Right now, there's a lot of scouts, and we've heard it mentioned on commentary already, a lot of scouts in Australia right now to have a look at the next stars. And Luke Travers would be also coming under the scrutiny. In fact, the San Antonio Spurs sent a guy out to their last game, and there's with us, offense finally, for the 3-point line.
Read an interesting article during the week. Kane Pittman from ESPN spoke with Danny Mills, the general manager of the Wildcats, on a number of subjects, but he said how exciting it is for Perth to have Luke Travis. Wagstaff had Fraser backdoor. Now Law, this is on the three. How exciting it is for them to be able to nurture a potential NBA prospect and be part of the journey for Luke Travis.
Yeah, he's got the athleticism. It's that shot that right now is not falling. It's not a broken shot. As Stitch goes in for the little short chippy, and the Adelaide 36ers start to get that scoreboard ticking over. Travis' shot's not broken. He just needs a repetition, a lot of work into it, and that'll naturally get better. Touch. It's one thing to have a good technique. It's the touch that sometimes takes a little while to. And I'm not saying his technique's perfect, but it is certainly not broken. And you can see how they would look beyond that. And although his shooting numbers this season, Luke Travis, aren't off the charts, they would feel that with that stroke that they'd be able to get that to a high level.
Here he is. Top of the key, Fraser. There's the mismatch down low. He misses Rajuk all together.
Here's a stat. Plus minuses can be a little misleading, but here's a stat on Fraser that's not good. During the past 4 games, Perth, with him on the floor, they're minus 52. With him on the bench, they're plus 48. So the last 4 games haven't been good to Michael Fraser as he tries to find his way and still developing a role.
Rajuk did well to keep Sotto off the glass. Fraser. Rajuk reeled that in. Foul will be on the floor. Todd with us. Big Law sitting down. Jamie Perlman coaching Adelaide again today. CJ Britton, the coach, is in COVID protocols at the moment. Blanchfield knocks down another one. That's 4 threes in the opening quarter.
Yeah, when he gets in these grooves, that's as we mentioned, the last 4 games only averaging the 5 points, but any given night he can explode, and that's what he's doing here in Adelaide. And there's that story you're talking about all the time.
He's in the game now, producing. First field goal on his first attempt. And that man, it is a beautiful thing to watch when he is in the zone. Any shooter, but when Todd Blanchfield
has 14 of the 23 points. This is how you find your way out of the funk. So, kept it in. Shot clock at 5 for McCarron. Hannes is going to be forced into a tough shot.
When he first came here, we all expected him that the 3 points was going to be his strength, and he can knock down a 3-ball, but what he is not, he's not that flat-out 3-point shooter that we thought he was going to be. He's all
Todd Blanchfield cooking,
doing something special.
16 in the post.
Dear me.
That's a bad turnover. Blanchfield's up ahead. Travis finds him. Blanchfield's foul. He'll go to the free throw line for 2. 16 points on 6 of 6 shooting in 6 minutes of play.
He has been way too open. He's been able to catch and shoot. Comes off those little curls. He made that big range this time is at the end of the transition, but just getting back to Dusty and how he's now a penetrator. Those nice floaters getting into the paint, into traffic, and I think it's the fact that here in Australia, they're able to get out and extend the defense, and he needs a bit of time to get his 3-ball off. And he's not a man like we thought he was going to be. And he's adjusted well to be able to create Tom Blanchfield. This is something special.
Averaging 9.5 points a game. He's got 17 and a quarter. Wildcats lead by 13. Duffelmeyer, nice take. That'll be good for his confidence.
A strong finish into the basket.
Yeah, Adelaide have got to weather this storm. They need to pick up their defense, absolutely. And here we see Duffelmeyer get in the cup. They need to pick up their defense. No doubt about it. But some of these shots you're going to live with because they're just in that frame of mind where they're white hot. So you've got to weather this storm, keep it as tight as you can. And they've been able to find the answer the last 3 or 4 minutes on the offensive end.
It's true.
Travis pulls the trigger.
Yeah, that's not good. And I think right now, when you know that they're NBA people and you know the take on him is that, well, perimeter shooting is perhaps not his strength. It's almost like he's out there trying to prove us all that he can do. And there's Tanner's.
They should have put him in the game early.
Well, we're all geniuses in hindsight. I think that he has certainly shown what he's capable of doing on the offensive end.
Travis got Johnson in the air. Sotto hit him at the summit and fouls.
Great attack to the basket. He was going up to finish aggressive. Kai Soto met him upstairs. He gets fouled. He goes to the line for 2.
Yeah, coming off after he had the 3-ball and he's already missed 2, and Soto goes up straight hands, and gee, on the replay, Soto might have been a little unlucky on that one. But a good adjustment by Travis.
It was a good adjustment. DJ went out like he hit his last 2 shots. Now the scout report on Luke is soft throws are making straight. So DJ, in hindsight, got Soto his second foul.
I think DJ did have the short closeout, but the feet just weren't as active as they needed to be in their sliding, stopping that baseline drive.
3.2 seconds left. There's a foul call here on Perth, which is going to be bonus free throws for Adelaide on the quarter-time buzzer.
Didn't see where the foul was from. They've called it on top of Hatchfield.
Well, off to a slow start. They picked it up offensively.
They did. Well, they were just terrific. They were 1 of 11, and they've end up making 6 out of their next 8 shots. So they started really poorly in putting the ball in the hoop.
For them to be potentially hits this down 7 points, they'd be happy with that. Dusty Hannah's off the bench with 6.
The Perth Wildcats are in front of quarter time for just the second time in their last 10 games. But if you're an Adelaide supporter, it could have been a whole lot worse. They're only down 7 after 1 on Sunday Hoops, and the Hungry Jacks have here.
You're watching
champs. How good is that, mate? She also goes for the Wildcats.
Needs a little work on between the legs drill though. Got to keep those feet planted on the floor and just cross it through the middle of the legs and away you go. But that's a beauty. She's a beauty.
Corey, I'd say Adelaide would take a 7-point deficit at quarter time, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would, especially with that slow start. The first 5 minutes of that game, wasn't looking good at both ends.
6 points on 2 of 3 so far. Pass underneath for Norton.
That's how you just create off the dribble.
We're talking about Hannah's not starting again this second quarter. After he gets going, they decide to make a change.
Don't take your headset off.
And it's the same
Stay,
with
Corey,
Corey.
stay.
Same with Withers, which is
I don't understand. That's the guy that came off the bench and
gave you a spark.
gave you a spark.
Cotton for 3. That's on. Matty Malou out there starting the second quarter. Two for one. The starting lineup today. Malou hands off to Dead. Shot clock at 10. Wants to bank it home. Loose ball falls to Johnson. Ball did well to not give away a foul.
And we see this a lot with the Perth Wildcats more recently, where they go with this really small lineup, and it puts a lot of pressure on the defense because there's so many shooters out in the floor, so many guys that can put it on the deck and create shots off the bounce. And where you might be able to exploit it is down the other end, and with DJ down low, perhaps. And also could be a way, the little game of chess between the two coaches.
It's tough to see who's going to guard that man right there because he's been in really good form over the last 2 games. Big law. That's what I'm talking about.
No Matt Hodgson today for the Wildcats, out with a calf injury for the next week or two. John White also not playing today due to family reasons. For Adelaide, we mentioned earlier, Cam Bairstow is ill and not taking part today. So they ditch off the window.
Take off the bounce.
And we also can't forget about the long-term absence of Isaac Humphries as well for the Adelaide 36ers.
And when you have an unselfish superstar like Cotton, that just makes this team and that duo that much more difficult to defend.
Lou couldn't tip it in. That's caught a Perth hand on the way out.
Last 2 possessions, Bryce Cotton off the dribble, just creating and finding his teammates for easy, high percentage looks. Draws 3.
So you can't, Matty Malou, his intent is good. He sees when you're guarding the screener, your responsibilities are for the help, but you've also got to understand your personnel. And Vic Law is...
I'm not leaving him.
That's, well, at the very least, just stunting, and it's hard when it's on that sideline because the rotation off the strong side, it's an easier pass to the strong side when you leave someone rather than kicking it back. But, gee, when Vic Law is that wide open, he's going to make more than he misses. He comes up a little sore.
And on top of it, I'd rather take a 2 than 3. I can match 2s.
Well, a wide open Vic Law 3 is always going to be pretty high percentage, and not sure. Oh, he looks like he can get it in the eye.
He has, yep.
Oh no, it's either the pork pie or the Tom Boulder. It's because he looked like he was using the shop.
Can you Corey,
I lost.
Back over with Corey. Educating arriving so it didn't look too serious though, so hopefully it's not.
Harris into the game. On the scoreboard straight away.
Good hustle by the young fella. Providing some activity on the old boards.
Here's the look. Matty Malou. Couldn't quite see what it was.
Everyone just got to be caught up.
It might be pie.
Yeah, pork pie.
That's the one.
Cotton steps back. On 2 for mine. Foul. Let's have another look here. Bottom left of your screen.
Matty Malou's left arm.
Bang! Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was painful as that is, it's We all worry about concussions and head injuries, so that can, but if it's just that little stinger that you get, you're like, oh yeah, you've got a bit of shiner there. So hopefully it's just one of those little stingers that hasn't rattled the cage too much, so we can see him back out here.
It's definitely blown up though, that eye. Look at that.
Look at the cut man. In the boxing, they still have that.
34-24 on Sunday. Hoops still to come today. Sydney and Cairns up next. Kudos Bank Arena. The Kings are red hot right now. I think they're your new team, aren't they, Corey? The Sydney Kings?
They are my new team. My favorite player is on that team. Two of them.
Who's your other one? Jalen Adams
And Cooks.
Destin Hannah's back in. Another offensive rebound by Hiram Harris. Finished that time.
You've got to be pretty stiff to have not been Corey's flavour of the month at some stage over either the season or the last season. He tends to just jump on and appreciate when people are going through a hot spell and they become his team.
You play good, I talk good.
That's it.
You play different, I talk different.
I like it.
And they have the easiest road home.
They do a lot of road games, folks.
Oh, 1 of 11 from outside. Three ball not happening for them. It's certainly happening for the league's best player.
Listen, he is so difficult to defend. He catch you on your back foot and you pull up. You guard him tight and get around you. Raw help, he dishes.
8 of 14 now from the three-point line for the Perth Wildcats.
11 for Cotton. 17 for Blanchfield. Norton downhill. Fans Majuk. All free throws coming. Let's check in courtside with John Casey.
Thanks, Shaggy. I just spoke with the support staff of the Perth Wildcats. Whitmore is okay. He's just taken a knock to the eye, but he's passed all the concussion protocols that they ran through with him. And he said he's fine, so he's moved back up to the top of the bench and he should be able to come back into the game. Just on Mike Kelly, the assistant coach, obviously he's just returned from representing as the assistant coach for the Boomers. And great to be back in the fold with the Perth Wildcats, and congrats on Mike and Cole Zinnick as well from the Wildcats, who was part of that team that did so well in those World Cup qualifiers.
And they looked at the young Boomers, didn't they? Cole Zinnick out there in the lineup today.
Yeah, they did. And so did some of the veterans they had around him. Nick Kay was really sharp. And Reece Fake.
He's improved as a player.
Did some things. And well done to Coach Beveridge as well. Rob Beveridge did a great job of putting that team together with very limited penetration. And Daniel Johnson, they're not going to give him the continuation. They're saying the foul was before he collected the ball and picked it up. So that'll be from the side. Let's have a look. Majuk. There's a foul. Oh dear, it's
Actually counted.
we probably wouldn't have been arguing too much if it had accounted. Always nice close ones.
Withers hits inside, misses from close range, gets another opportunity. Now Hannah's high off the glass. He misses as well. 9 of 33. And Adelaide 36ers from the field. Frazier turns the corner. Pass to Norton. Good look. Doesn't knock it down. 39-24 at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. The Wildcats can drop to 5th if they lose today. Cotton crosses over. A little slow to get up, so Adelaide had the extra number up the floor.
Oh dear.
Not now, they don't. There's Bryce.
Oh! Still a little bounce in those legs.
Went home, recharged in the bed.
Excuse me?
What'd you say?
Recharged in the bed. That's the whole thing, man. You go home.
Anything that you're referring to the nice comfy Puma and the
100%.
just up and nice lift with the two hands.
Right, still got bounce.
That is just a really, really poor pass, though. You're coming down, you've got a numerical advantage. But this man here, Tom Blanchfield,
Set the tone early. 6 of 6 from the field. 4-4 from the land of plenty. Came out and set the tone in this first quarter.
always nice when your first couple are wide open. That's a little bit more contested, but you've already got yourself going. And then the more difficult quick ones become a whole lot easier. And you see each and every one of these, notice the common element, not once did he have to put the ball on the floor and shoot it off the bounce. It's all catch and shoot stuff, and 17 points. And just the free throw is the only leak in his shooting this afternoon. He has a capacity to do both. As we've seen in the last couple of games, the capacity just to lose his way a little bit and perhaps be prepared to defer to others. And then also, when he starts to get on a roll, he's one of the toughest to stop. He's got good size, 6'8", 6'7", 6'8". So you put someone small on him to run around and close him out, and you can just shoot over the top of him.
We spoke about his form in the last 4 games. 0, 7, 7, and 8. Today, he has 17 in the first half. Hannes, 2 more. He's Adelaide's leading scorer with 8 points.
Off the bench. Giving him that scoring punch. Versus the turnover.
His hands from Dench. Withers, catch and shoot 3.
Nothing happening from downtown to Adelaide. 1 of 13 from the 3. Another stop.
Johnson for Dench. That jumps out. Adelaide win it back. Hannes at the top of the key.
The shooting rolls continue.
Perth give it back. Dench. Thank goodness.
2 of 16 now for the Adelaide Birdies.
Come on, everybody.
Well, the thing about it is that you've got to get to a point where you've got to put the kill on the rack for a period of time and look at other options. They just haven't been successful. Now, this one coming off the turnover, that's wide open, and he knocks it down. But the successes they've had have come when they've run a little bit of action, a bit of off-the-ball movement, move the players around, and then get the penetration. Let's see what Scoto's got to say.
Is that side that?
Okay. Assuming DJ's on you, Mitch has the ball. Bringing it down, you're going to bolt. Okay, now Bryce, as he's bolting like this, you're going to try and flare DJ. He's going to be behind him. He's going to be trailing him, okay? But he's going to respect the shot. So boom. Boom. Vic, you're over here. Getting down. Okay? If you see Mitch attacking, stay space. You're here. Bryce is getting you. Yeah, not here. Yes. You can go hand out the tot over here if you want. Hey, we need that thing.
Pretty calm and composed, the Wildcats. 41-29. 3:44 to play before half-time on Sunday Hoops. 41-29. Third meeting of the season between these two teams. Back into the lineup to play in their win on Monday night over Tasmania due to concussion protocols. Cotton up top.
Nothing but cotton.
That's right. What a weapon it is, and just a really not a lot of action. 5 out, and a couple of little crossovers by Cotton, just steps into an easy 3. I'm saying defensively, you just run him off it. Take the odds to him getting hot going to the rim in 2s. Take something away from him. Now, easier said than done, but gee whiz. Another 3.
Highly contested.
Are they aware that they're 2 of 17?
Ross crosses over, hand in the face.
Same results. First quarter, Blanchfield. Second quarter, my turn. 19 points in 12 minutes. That man is on fire, Gaze.
5 made threes for Bryce Cotton.
Well, the entire Wildcats are on fire. 10 of 17 from the three-point line.
That's their 7th turnover. That's probably the only thing that won't please Scott Morrison. Carrot. Hannahs, who gave up his look. Johnson pops into the corner. Off target. Long rebound, McCarron. Ditch for 3. In comparison to everyone else, he's hot.
He is.
Outside.
And the last 2 he's made have come off second shots. And they're the hardest ones. You crash the boards, that extra pass. Doesn't matter what they do on the offensive end, they've got to find a way to slow this Perth Wildcats team down. Already at 47. Hello.
That's the 13th offensive rebound, Corey.
Doing a hell of a job on those old boards.
Hannahs. Up to the basket. Threw it away, McCarron.
That's how you make something out of nothing. Broken offense. Drives baseline, finds Mitch, and Mitch to the tough mid-range. Sunday dash, back-to-back triples. Adelaide shooting 3 of 20 from 3. Somehow Dusty finds Mitch, and Mitch gets that mid-range off the one leg. Brings it back to 13.
It is.
Hey, every time y'all shoot down there. Hey, why you get on the glass? Just keep coming out of the top so they get those busts out. Okay? Back 4. Back 4. Tom. DJ. And back up. Dusty, you're in the back.
I tell you what they have done in this one is they've been, the Adelaide 36 has been exceptional on the O boards. 13 offensive rebounds in the first half. And they're winning the rebound count to 22 to 18. Now, clearly not as many offensive rebounding opportunities for the Perth Wildcats, but they only had the 1. And little Todd Reed's in there saying, keep shooting the ball. I'm down there on the box getting the rebounds. And they have. They've got, like I said, 13 offensive opportunities. I'm sure that's good advice when you're 3 of 20 from the three-point line.
It's Law. Target. Rebounding has been a positive for Adelaide the 2 games this season. They've been plus 16 in the rebound count combined.
They've also taken care of the ball. They only have 4 turnovers in this half. It's just a matter of that free ball not dropping, and they can't get stops on the other end.
Final minute before half-time. Tetch Houston, a tough 3. Johnson gives away a foul.
It was, and I don't know why they went away from him. That Daniel Johnson on the box with Mitch Norton. Now, we know he's a warrior, but there's a huge size mismatch, and the craftiness of Daniel Johnson, just figure out a way to go to that mismatch, get him the ball on the box.
Norton, quick play, 2-for-1 opportunity for Perth. He's got free throws coming. So the new 3-year deal in the off-season, Mitch Norton says going to be a long-term part of this franchise now.
As he should.
There's a lot of interest from other teams, Corey.
He's put his work in. He's an exceptional guard. Brings exactly to this club what Shaley and Matthew Dellavedova brings to Melbourne United. Quality pickup. He's learning under the best. David Mark.
Makes the second. The lead is 14. Withers. With Cameron. Down low to Johnson. Shot clock at 8. Withers gave up his 3 ball for Detch. Unsuccessful offensive rebound. Johnson blocked by Travers.
Look.
He's caught a couple of legs on the way through now. Law with 3 seconds remaining. Floater goes. Vic Law on the halftime buzzer gives Perth their biggest halftime lead of the season. 16 points. They are in control of this one.
Well, they certainly are. And for the life of me, I can't understand the Adelaide 36 just continuing to blaze away from the three-point line where they are 3 of 22. And they need to make some adjustments and find a better balance because it's just not seeming to fall this one this afternoon.
Let's get the case.
Tom Blanchfield, crazy start to the game. You were feeling it there in the first quarter?
Yeah, for sure. It's nice to make some shots. Just nice to get on the clock and play some consistent games. You know, it's been a bit up and down this year with injury, but you know, obviously to give up 40 in the second quarter is striking our target.
What's going to be key in the second half? You know Adelaide are going to come back at you.
For sure, you know, they're the best offensive rebounding team in the league for a reason. You know, they crash hard every possession. So I think for the most part we've been pretty good, but you know, I think that's going to be a big focus of theirs going into the second half.
Boys in commentary have made a point about being home and recharging. Do you feel a little more energised after getting back to the friends and family?
For sure, you know, it's the little things like, you know, guys with kids wake up, see their kids in the morning, guys, you know, partners, wives at home, you know, get to spend some time with loved ones. So it's definitely a recharge, and it's, you know, back on the road after 2 days, but, you know, it's a small recharge, but it's better than nothing.
Great first half. Good luck in the second.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Tom Blanchfield there. The Wildcats have this on their terms well and truly. They scored the first 9 points of the game, and at halftime they enjoy a 16-point buffer. We've got more Hungry Jacks NBL from the Adelaide Entertainment Centre coming at you just in a moment.
You're watching
ating matatandaan noong 2022 nang maganap ako ay isa sa pinakamalaking laban sa heavyweight division. At ito ay yung sa pagitan ni Lennox Lewis at Iron Mike Tyson na ginanap sa Pyramid Arena, Memphis, Tennessee, USA. Sa labang ito ay matagumpay na nadepensa ni Lewis ang hawak nitong Unified WBC, IBF, IBO at the ring title, kung saan tinalo at pinabagsak nito sa round 8 ang former undisputed heavyweight champion na si Mike Tyson. Ilang sandali bago maganap ang laban ng dalawang heavyweight fighter ay isang kababayan nating Pinoy noon ang naging undercard sa mega fight na lamang ito. At ito ay walang iba kundi ang ating pambansang kamao, Manny Pacquiao, kung saan nidepensa nito ang hawak nitong IBF World Bantamweight title sa Colombian fighter na si Jorge Ugo. Sa labang ito ay nasubukan ng gusto dito yung puso ng Pinoy champion sapagkat ang kakaharap din ito ay dating 1988 Olympic bronze medalist at former two-time bantamweight world champion. Ito ay ang ikalawang beses na pagdepensa ng Pinoy champion sa kanyang titulo. Pero bago pa man maganap ang labang ito, ay una itong dinipensa ng Pinoy title. At ito ay ang taga-Dominican Republic na si Agapito Sanchez. Sa laban niyang iyon ay hindi nakaligtas ang ating pambato sa panggugulang ni Agapito, kung saan makailang beses itong tinamaan ng Pinoy ng low blow at headbutt. Sa kalagitnaan nga ng round ay tinigil na ang laban at idineklarang draw. Ito ay dahil sa dami ng illegal punches at ilang mga head clash. Balik tayo kay Jorge Julio. Bago mag-umpisa ang round, ay kita ko piyansa sa mukha ng Colombian fighter na patawa-tawa pa at tila minamaliit ang bigti. Samantala, ang ating pambato naman ay kita mo na condition sa laban. Sa unang round ay naging maingat ang Colombian fighter. Samantalang ang Pinoy naman ay nagpakita agad ng pagiging agresibo sa laban. Nagpakawala ito ng mga suntok na sa sobrang lakas ay matidinig mong lumalagapang at nanonood sa mukha ng challenger.
Like Rocky, but then you taste the power and sort of get used to it, right? Now, you know, there are times Pacquiao wants to be, throws every punch with aggressive intent. And Julio, a little bit more of a change-up artist, and holding his own now after a rough first minute.
One of the things, there's a bit of a straight left hand by Pacquiao, but one of the things that's helping Julio
Is it Rocky, but then you taste the power and sort of get used to it, right? Now,
well, you know, there are times you can sort of adjust to it. But if you get caught one of those and you're not looking, I'll tell you what, your legs come right out from under you. You get you looking, boy, it hurts so much more.
Pacquiao with a body shot after missing with a wild right hand. You can see what a big hitter Pacquiao wants to be. Throws every punch with aggressive intent. And Julio, a little bit more of a change-up artist, and holding his own now after a rough first minute.
One of the things, there's a bit of a straight left hand by Pacquiao, but one of the things that's helping Julio is that jab. He's offsetting the combinations of Pacquiao. Pacquiao saying it was an elbow.
And there's a low blow. So already an elbow and a low blow from Julio making contact with Pacquiao, and that's exactly what Freddie Roach suggested he thought might be the case.
When you punch that hard as Pacquiao is, it takes a lot of energy to start those punches.
Oh, that's a huge left-hand shot. And the right-hand shot.
I'm saying it takes a lot of energy to start those punches. If you don't hit something, it takes the same amount of energy to stop it. You can get prematurely fatigued. You have to make those punches hit something.
Body shot by Pacquiao. Julio seems a little bit flustered by Manny's power. And the first round comes to a close. And when we go to Manny Pacquiao's corner, where he may speak some Tagalog, our interpreter is Ernie Kalu.
Bago matapos ang uling segundo ng round, ay nagpakawala si Pacquiao ng uppercut na tumama ng solid sa paa ng Colombian fighter na sa sobrang lakas ay tila umiwala yung kaluluwa ni Ugo. Sa sobrang lakas ng suntok na tumama sa Colombian fighter ay kitang nasaktan ito at talatang hindi pa masyadong nakakalulo. Kaya naman sa simula ng round 2 ay hindi na nagpatumpik-tumpik pa si Pacquiao At sinamantala na ang pagkakataon at paulan ito ng mga malalimaw na kombinasyon na nagpabagsak muna ng 2 beses sa Colombian boxer bago tuluyang tinapos ang laban. Dahil sa impresibong panalo nito via TKO sa round 2 kontra sa Colombian fighter na si Jorge Julio, ay talaga namang maraming boxing fans noon ang napabilib ng gusto sa ating pambansang kamao, Manny Pacquiao. Kaya naman, unti-unti na itong nakilala sa Amerika.
Grabbing and holding might be the thing to do. Pacquiao just again. And both hands, he's seen it up. That was James' second round TKO for Manny Pacquiao. What a comeback from the misfortune of San Francisco.
Very, very impressive against me. Fighter was not that easy to beat. It's not easy to dominate. That I can tell you.
I think the most impressive thing was exactly what you pointed out. Freddie Roach Gauntlet said, double jab and then follow with the left hand.
The first 10 seconds, very good.
Labis ang saya ni Pacquiao
Beginning of the end.
at ang best friend nitong si Buboy Fernandez sa pagkamanalo nito na nabasabi na lang na thank you Lord. Matapos matalo ng Colombian fighter sa ating pambato ay tila ilala at karir nito sa boxing dahil matapos lamang ang isang taon ay muli itong lumaban at tinarap naman ang Mexican fighter na si Israel Vasquez. Ngunit sa kasamang palad ay natalo ito via TKO sa round 10.
It's not easy to dominate. That I can tell you.
I think the most impressive thing was exactly what you pointed out. Freddie Roach Gauntlet.
Tapos lamang ang isang taon ay muli itong lumaban at tinarap naman ang Mexican fighter na si Israel Vasquez. Ngunit sa kasamaang palad ay natalo ito via TKO sa round 10. Dahil dito ay tuluyan na nagretiro ang all-time world champion na si Jorge. Sa record ng 44 na panalo, 32 dito ay natapos bayan araw at may 5 talo. Samantala, babalik tayo kay Agapito Sanchez. Si Jorge Julio ay tila minana sa kanyang boxing career ay mas matindi pa ang nangyari kay Agapito Sanchez sapagkat matapos ang laban nito noon sa ating pambansang kamao ay mukhang maaga itong kinarma. Dahil sa mga pandarayang ginawa nito, mahigit 2 taon nito hindi nakalaban sa boxing at tinanggal pa ang hawak nito.
First half of the season, they put 51 on Sydney in round 12 and actually lost that game. Today, 50 at the half. Looks pretty good. Unfortunately for the 36ers, as per the Statman Mark Slocum, the absolute best in the business, Adelaide have had 50 put on them at the half 6 times this season.
Yeah. And the thing about Adelaide's three-point shooting, we're at 3 of 22. They actually shoot less threes than anyone else in the competition. They only average 23 a game, and it already had 22 in the first half. And Jamie Pearl was right. Some of them are wide open looks, just not going in. But if they're not, then you've really got to think of the alternatives like that. Find a way. Now, okay, they missed, get another shot at it, but rather than just continuing to blaze away, try and change the momentum, get the scoreboard ticking over other way before you go back to that three-point shot. And there, it's just a bad catch out. Yeah, you've got to be conscious of Big Raw, but Withers just flops on him and goes to the line to shoot three.
Let's get courtside to John Casey.
Yeah, we've noticed Adelaide 36ers have started Todd with us here at the beginning of the second half. But that's because Kai Sotto is not able to go at the moment. He suffered a cork thigh, and they've tried to keep him moving and on the bike and getting things done here to keep him warm. But the longer this goes, the tougher it's going to be to get him back into the caper.
Just saw him in the background there. Thank you, Cases. Got that right leg heavily strapped. You can see him there again. Not much fun, the old court.
No, they can be very uncomfortable. It's usually the next day when you feel it the worst. At the time, you go, "Oh, gee, that's nasty," and you just sort of play through it, and then you wake up the next morning, and that's when it really kicks in.
Vic Law makes all three. Third Wildcats player in double figures. Cotton has 19, Blanchfield 17. And now Law with 11 on the back of 37 when they played in round one. 16 and 14.
Oh, beautiful.
Played in round 7. Spin for Duke.
He has the ability to create off the dribble. He's a big crafty with the ball, as we just seen.
Give and go play. Sees an easy bucket for Norton.
Demands so much coverage and attention. Cotton, all you have to do is cut. He will find you. Shooting rolls continue from the land of plenty. 3 of 23.
It's not plenty for him. Johnson on the move. It's a nice bounce.
You mentioned earlier, they're doing a really good job on the old boards. That's 16 offensive rebound.
55-38. Still early stages in the third quarter. Next on Sunday Hoops, we have the Kudos Bank Arena. Sydney take on Cairns. And Majuk in a milestone game today. Number 150. Also his 50th as a Perth Wildcat. Started today, and we'll have that opportunity for at least the next couple of weeks. Matt Hodgson not playing with a calf is listed as a tentative return date of March 20. Knocks down his 6th treble.
That's one man. You cannot go under.
So you can't. And for a man who's had nothing but problems at this venue, in fact, when he's playing their 9 games, he's only on here twice. And he shot poorly in this venue. He's certainly eradicated any of those problems.
That is a fact. Better late than never. Another offensive rebound. Another missed rebound.
3 of 25.
15 of 46.
Not unsuccessful at the other end.
And on the flip side, it's 11 of 20 for the Perth Wildcats, where they've been really good. And these threes, TJ gets one to four.
Do you keep shooting those?
Not when you've got those numbers. Well, I'll make it a little greater in that there are times when you're going through these girls, you say, okay, for the next 5-6 minutes, let's just continue to, unless it's in that last 4 seconds or 5 seconds or whatever it may be, we are going to penetrate either with the pass or with the dribble and explore other options for kickouts. But should certainly not believe in the offensive set to take those threes when you're shooting this poorly collectively from the 3-point line. You don't never want to go don't try it. It just comes down to when you're going to take those threes. They've got more offensive rebounds than defensive ones.
Yeah, field goal attempt, field goals made.
Yeah, that's right. And they're only shooting at 27% this time these types of opportunities, I think, are going to be there for him. With this small lineup, someone like DJ, and even when Willis is in the game, to get on the boards.
They are the #1 offensive rebounding team in the competition, but no Cam Bairstow for them today. Sweet chicken with John Casey.
Cam, students of the game would notice that Daniel Johnson's free throw shooting technique has changed this season. There was a hitch with the ball sliding out to the right there in his preparation. I spoke with him pre-game. He said yes, he has changed it. And his percentage while coming into this season, he was 86% last season. He's 82% this season. So quite gone down just a tad. I think he's in the 80s, so you take it every day of the week.
That is, we heard Jamie Bell talking at halftime as well. It's just about how they're going to guard this penetration, and that, by Luke Travis, is a relatively easy one. And it's just the fundamentals of the defense there. Slide your feet, keep them in front, keep going to the sideline. But just a simple catch and reach through puts a lot of pressure on your rotations and getting that weak side help, which there was virtually none in that last drive by Travis. And he's a little 2-3 zone by the Perth Wildcats.
That's a rattle Harris. A future about the cylinder today.
Had to work hard, but he was still able to create that spin move.
That offensive foul on Wall. Adelaide get a stop.
Yes, and here's the thing, 18 of 61 at 29%, so they've had 61 field goal attempts as opposed to 34. And there's been some free throws in there, they've had 14 free throws, but not to the level we would think of. There's another three that comes up short.
At some point, these threes are going down.
If you keep getting this level of disparity with your field goal attempts, hopefully you'd like to think that some of them would eventually drop. And you get right back in this ball game quick, but not with defense like that.
Good ball movement.
They're so patient. So patient offensively.
Well, Homicide hit the nail on the head. They're unselfish, even with these superstars on the team.
Clock down to 7. Malou fires from the corner. It's good.
He shoots his 3-ball.
And then, like you said,
you just talked
there's
about
like
that.
3 seconds left on you. We've explored all the other options, and you're happy to settle for that type of 3-ball.
See, Dusty Hatters about to check back in the scorer's table.
All right, so I have a question.
What is your question?
Dusty Hannahs has been this far off the bench in this game. Is this the first time we're seeing him in this third quarter with 3.5 left? Why would that be?
Well, the only explanation I can think of is perhaps you're thinking what we've got to do on the defensive end and how you might be feeling a little vulnerable defensively. But right now, I think that they've almost got to trade off on that. Even if he's got to do a better job, of course, but you almost trade off on that when you're struggling to find points.
Here's Jamie Perlman, standing coach for CJ Bruton. This Kyle Zunic checked into the game for his first minutes. Just recently returned from Australian duties with the Young Boomers team.
And with that foul, Perth over the limit. So Adelaide shoots 2. And this right now is a great opportunity for Adelaide to get points, penetrate and get your feet in the paint to draw fouls, to get to the free throw line.
Absolutely, and given what we're seeing, you kind of look at the scoreboard, and although it's still a sizable margin with those 14 points, the way the game has been played out, you'd think the Perth Wildcats would have a much, much bigger lead, but they're still very much within touch for the Adelaide 36ers.
Next on Thursday to start round 15, they take on Melbourne at the John Cain Arena. An enormous start to the round that's going to be. The Adelaide 36ers, they'll play New Zealand in Tasmania on Saturday.
He shot better than me. I shot 67% on the free throw.
I've had that sitting here waiting. Harvey kicks first points of the game. It's Norton downhill, Law puts it back in. And it's to the other end. Nice finish. It's an 11-point game.
He actually is really good around the basket in making sure that he avoids the heavy traffic and seems to be able to get off reasonable shots in that heavy traffic.
That time caught Norton on the arm.
These are the times when Michael Frazier needs to step up, particularly on the offensive end, if he's ever going to. That's a good release, just knew the defense was coming, held it out wide enough, and kisses it off the glass softly. But when Bryce Cott's not on the floor, then now's the time for him to be more active on the offensive end.
Nashville had 17 in the opening quarter. That's the score since then. Steps out. 3 misses. Foul over the basket. Momentum starting to go Adelaide's way here.
And now they will 94 feet to shoot 2 free throws.
We're going to get back to single digits. So it's everything's right. It's a little bit of nervous time now for the Perth Wildcats. Their shooting's gone off the ball ever so slightly, and with Adelaide finding other opportunities to score, and the rebound is just becoming an issue for the Perth Wildcats. 32 to 24, they trial that category, and an incredible 19 offensive rebounds with still a quarter and 2:23 to play.
Blues played some good minutes off the bench. It's a 16-point lead at halftime for Perth. Adelaide fought their way back in despite their shooting status.
For the Wildcats, that man has re-entered.
Yeah, I think when it gets down to 9 and they've got the ball, I would imagine that Scott Morrison was hoping to be able to get up until three-quarter time, that type of rest for Bryce Cotton, but it started to get a little bit more concerning.
A little out of control. Nice D from Norton. Here's Cotton. Travers in the corner. Those can reset through Norton. Got downhill. Beautiful drop-off pass for Mitchell.
His ability to just let go of steam, penetrate, draw the defense and dishes it off. This fella to get an easy 2.
Back out to 11. Plenty time for Hannahs. King trying to stop Cotton. Conceives the foul. Adelaide's 4th of the quarter.
Yeah, that's smart play. by Bryce Cotton. He's got the rookie on him, relatively rookie, and he just drives in. And unfortunately, there is not a lot in that. He was just a little stiff. Oh, that one was King.
Foul. It's good.
Again, that unselfish basketball play.
It is, but it's also recognising that the guy I'm on with has got 3. So he's on 3, so now I want to test him. Oh my goodness. Call a foul on Withers on that?
I think that foul is
Maybe it wasn't on King. It wasn't on King. I was going to say that was on Withers. It was on King, definitely on King. Really, man, it looked like a soft foul.
Hannah's spin doesn't finish. Lost his bearings on the way through. Oh, Cotton crosses over King and then the pass for Major.
There's a man that's seeing the game 1 or 2 passes ahead. He drives by as soon as he knows where the help is coming. Look at the little wraparound. Here's a little
in and out
fake and then as soon as he sees DJ coming, he knows he's got Major down low. Jeez, that's just a really good offense by Bryce Cotton.
As soon as he came into the game, it was a 9-point game. As soon as he came into the game, one pass, big ball, and he gets a bucket.
He's plus 23 for a reason.
And he creates.
He's got the, well, actually, Major plus 25, so he's got the highest, but right next to him is Bryce Cotton at plus 24, and he's spot on. Look at the scoreline now. It's a 9-point game, and he comes in and just makes something happen.
Shot clock winding down to 10 for the Wildcats. Hannah's is deserted on Cotton Island. And that is a lonely place.
It sure is.
It is. And right there, you see that he's giving him the choice. You hear Jamie Fernand saying, get on his left. And you should be so far on that left that he's got to step back or he's got to do something miraculous to shoot a 3. And you're not conceding the penetration, but you're saying, well, that's the lesser of 2 evils. Let's get him inside the 3-point line and make him make a tough one or that extra pass just to get it out of his hands. But when he's got those types of choices to create that 3 ball, he's proven over a long period of time, it's too hard to stop on the side.
That you're playing flat. It's over.
It's too good. You at his mercy. He sits down. He went to 19. His rookie. He was just his warrior is not. He changed the game in 2 minutes. Stopped out for Withers. On the 3-quarter time buzzer. It's a 16-point lead for the Wildcats with a quarter to play on Sunday Hoops here in the Hungry Jacks NBL.
You're watching.
Sabi ni Jenny Fishing Channel, shout out to watching from online and shout out to Jenny Fishing Channel. Kamap lang tayo mo.
Hoops and the Hungry Jacks NBL. The third place Perth Wildcats are flexing their muscle. They lead by 16 at three-quarter time. Adelaide got it back inside single figures, but Bryce Cotton came back into the game, said, I'll take care of this, and gave them a double-digit lead coming into the last.
He just showed brilliance in a minute and a half.
Just took control. It's either with the pass or the shot. And again, when they get a bit of a buffer, they try to find some rest for Bryce Cotton. Good little slip there, and they find the bucket, find the foul and the shot. But there's a lot of remarkable things with the Adelaide 36ers. First and foremost, they got 70 field goal attempts.
Most games are around, the 60, 70 field goal attempts.
And compared to Perth, who have 42. Now, Perth, in fairness, have got 22 free throws. But let's just say 9 of those, because you've got a few and ones in there, 9 of those are not coming from field goal attempts. Even if you add that to their total, there's still a lot more shots going the way of the Adelaide 36ers.
Now, I have a question. Have you ever seen a game, a 40-minute game, with 90 field goal attempts? I've never seen that. And it looks like we may be heading there in this one.
But today, homicide, we used to let it fly. So I reckon
Casey got 90 himself. We're not sure about the rest of the team.
maybe not in a 40-minute game.
Where's Coach when you need him?
No, not just me, but the game is different. That's nice by DJ.
What's the most field goal attempts you ever had in a non-overtime game?
We went high 30s for sure. Yeah, for sure. You ripped off those stats with Ian Davies the other day. Yeah, 13 of 24. I mean, 24 three-point field goal attempts by one person in the 1 minute. Now that is heroic.
We put it into context. Perth have had 25 for today.
Yeah.
2 for Miles. No, the pass was nice for Winners. Still he doesn't go down.
Still unable to come up with some three-point makes. 6 of 31 this afternoon. Bryce Cotton about to check in. Great defense by DJ.
Johnson foul. We've kind of done some digging, Joey. Do you remember a game in 1987 against the Newcastle Falcons where
I do.
we had 39 field goal attempts?
I told you it was high 30s.
It also equated to 60. He had a 60 piece on the Falcons.
Yeah, and unfortunately we lost that one quite considerably, so it was nothing to be all that proud of. But no, but it wasn't. It was just obviously a different style of play to what we see now. And the level of athleticism in our game these days is way more than it used to be back then. And what it does is it creates more difficulties for the offense because the athleticism on the defensive end, it is a whole lot harder. And let's not forget, they were 48-minute games.
Still, 39 attempts is 39 attempts.
That's a lot.
You shoot the ball away, you didn't put it with the Howdy life. 27 for Cotton. He's deep from Adelaide. The crowd can sense something lifting here at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. 2 for 1. Off the window, that jumps out.
They're the ones they need to drop just to put some a little bit more scoreboard pressure on the Perth Wildcats. Right now they're coming down and with this 11-point lead, those 3 balls and actions that you see from the Wildcats are a lot easier with 11-point lead as opposed to a 7-point and 6-point lead. There's a trap. Little shuffle of the thing. And homicide. There's just a stench about this that suggests that the Adelaide 36ers are well and truly still in this.
It is. Now it's time to make plays on the offensive end. Don't go gunshot. Keep them going. Keep letting them go. At some point, these threes, they're going to have to connect.
Well, they're already saying that the first 3 quarters of their 6 of 31.
Don't start shooting now.
Maybe other options to find it to keep that scoreboard ticking over.
DJ's not going to stop. Why would he?
At some point, they're going to have to try. Keep shooting with confidence.
An 8-point game. Perth led in the third quarter by 20. Adelaide have kept themselves in it.
With this grab that, I let that go. I should have let that go. Keep ball.
Well, here is a little action for Daniel Johnson, and Mashuk gets caught up in that screen. This is a tough matchup for Mashuk. He's got the size and the length, but DJ's so crafty with those fallaways. He can knock the three ball down. So this is going to be a testing time for Mashuk with this matchup.
It's a playoff inbound. Forces McCarron to foul. 3 from 22, they shot the ball from outside in the first half, Adelaide. They were 3 from 8 in the third quarter. Started well in this fourth. Giving themselves a chance. $18 and 9 for Vic Law. All NBL first team, Corey.
It's going to be tough because no. You have to have, the rules. 3 outside, 2 inside. Joel Shoes making it. Creek is making it.
So it's Vic Law the other.
Vic Law's making it. So who's the 2 players on the inside? If Vic Law and
Well, he can play the first one.
Adams and Cotton.
Adams and Cotton lock, that's at father. So who are we going to have on the outside? Is Creek going to play the 3 or?
Plays the 3.
Okay.
Or the 4.
Okay, well there you go.
Either of those two Big Law.
DJ Cooks, man. He's in good form. We'll see the Kings up next against the Taipans on Sunday Hoops. Withers with rebound number 6. Two for Meyer at the elbow. Uses McCarron up top. Johnson. Pass for Withers was nice. Law blocked him. And Withers scores. Through the puck. And one play. Adelaide just will not go away.
It has been a tough night offensively for Withers. But his consistency in crashing the old boards, he gets that block, but he goes up. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck.
Yes, that is a great block by Ringlock. And then it was the early rotation. They sent Mashuk on that double, and Bryce Cotton was there, but wasn't able to get in the lane for that pass. And 20 offensive rebounds for the Perth Wildcats. They got 17 defensive. They're shooting it at 32% from the field. A paltry 21% from the three-point line, but they only trail by 7 against the Wildcats, who are at 50 and from the field and 44 from the three-point line. The volume of shots has kept them in this ballgame.
It has. It's been a strange old game, this one.
But this man is on the court.
Travis, a big knockdown for the Wildcats.
And I was almost prepared to put that into the poor shot selection in the context of the game, but he steps up and makes a huge one for the Wildcats.
Just showing the confidence and the self-belief in himself.
Here's Withers. At that time, 7 of 34 from outside. 5 minutes remaining at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Walk through it with the left hand. Officials might take a look at this. The original call was a Perth ball. Not anymore.
We're going to review this. I think Joey Perlman.
It's our ball. On that side. Still want to time out blue. Yeah.
Still wants to time it.
That's a blue.
I thought he was going there because he thought it was going the other way.
Jamie Perlman just wants to have a chat. 10-point game. 81-71. They're just hanging around at the moment, Adelaide.
Got together and overruled the original call. So that's why I think Jamie Perlman that time was prepared to call a timeout to review. Correct. But then even when he got the ball, he thought, no, I think we need a bit of a chit-chat about this. Just as a real pivotal time. This next 2 or 3 minutes is going to determine whether the Adelaide 36ers are a legitimate chance to cause what would be a remarkable turnaround based on the statistics.
Perth leading 81-71. If you think that you can score one from full court, there's $100,000 available, $50,000 from halfway to Latrobe Financial Sharp Shot. It's an outwin.nbl.com.au/Latrobe.
Mohamed King in this game at a really, really crucial time as well. And
he's a 40% three-point shooter. Perhaps that's Jamie Perlman's reasoning. Mitch McCarron, 2 of 9 from the field. Perth get the ball back, and it's a missed opportunity for Adelaide out of the timeout, Corey.
Sure is. A high percentage offensive set. Good blocks.
King runs the floor.
Good pass.
Do it for mine. No foul call.
beautiful defense by Law. Goes straight up, hands vertical, and made a really good play to contest that shot without fouling.
We've reached 80 field goal attempts in this game.
Lansfield, tip it.
That's the Wildcats find another way to put pressure on you, crashing offensive boards.
Well, Adelaide have done a good job on the boards by and large. Here it is, Travers again, goes in, misses that, just sneaks underneath Tad Duvermeyer, who's had a really good game. In fact, a career high for Duvermeyer with his 15 points, 4 of 10 from the field. He's also got 6 boards.
He's done a really good job.
Time's starting to become a factor for the home team.
Gotta go fast. Good double team by Perth.
Look, 3 seconds. Withers. He's only just in the paint.
Yeah. There's 3 offensive sets since the timeout
Have not been ideal.
less than desirable. Tom Withers comes out of the game. Timeout call.
That was really good rotations by the Perth Wildcats. They run their switch up the top, they get the mismatch, but although they change Cotton and interchange him down low with Norton, they like Norton guard the low post.
All right. Mitch here, DC hit. Hit. Now we know Johnson's on you, right? Okay. Mitch, fly off this way. Take it this way so Johnson leans. BC's going to ball screen him right there. Okay. LT, you're cutting from here. Todd, you're here. You start here. When Vic catches it here, wherever he catches it, let Mitch go off it. He's going to fake it. Then it's ball screen. Hey, press it up here. You throw it in. Give 2 and a half. Hold it up. Take him on the jump. Take a shot.
3 minutes and 35 remaining. This is the first of our double header on Sunday Hoops. Coming up next, the Sydney Kings will take on the Cairns Taipans. Big crowd expected again at Kudos Bank Arena.
As it should be.
Kings are playing really entertaining basketball.
Very nice. They
Hottest team in the league, Gates. 5 straight W's.
I know, and but the margins haven't been all that significant. Some real excited, hard-your-mouth type finishes, but getting the results.
offensive putback.
Always a star. He just got 20 points now, got 10 boards. And 22, in fact, with those 10 boards, just gets it done.
What are we doing? No, don't do that.
Scott Morrison, he didn't want that. He wanted to switch, and they ended up staying in a red or a blitzy action with 2 on the block and struck away. No. We don't want to do that, and you can see why. At this stage of the game, just want to keep him on the perimeter, and that double team without the pressure on the ball, they're able to pass out of it. Homicide. If you're going to double team someone and make it a numerical advantage off the ball, if you don't put pressure on the ball, they can get out of it. At this level, they're going to find the open man.
And they did. Got an easy layup because of it. As you heard, slow-mo. We don't want that. No. Maybe pay. 12-point game.
Big Law's 5th double-double of the season.
He's bounced back. He had a 3-game skid where he did not play well. He started off hot and on fire. Dropped a little bit, but he's picked it back up the last 3 games. This one included.
Still Matt Hodgson to come back in from a calf injury. Kevin White missing today for personal reasons. Just think about what it's going to be like for Perth as players and for Western Australian basketball fans on Sunday, March the 20th.
Yeah.
When they go to RAC Arena for the first time in a long time to play host to the New Zealand Breakers.
Well, remember what it's like when they knew they were going to be away for a while. They played, I think it was the Cairns Taipans their last home game. They had 13,500 there.
They were locking them out.
So they're going to be up and about because there's a lot to like about this Perth Wildcats team. Another season where you've got a genuine championship contender.
Mansfield was the one that got them going at the start. He might be the one to finish it.
Yeah, just too many points for the Adelaide 36ers to try and defend, and just haven't been able to guard the 3-point line. Good ball. I don't mind the penetration, but through that where you thought there was going to be a flare. But this is a good little set action. That little slot cut that they had with the cutter just gets the guy to bite a little bit off top Blanchfield. And like I said, with that size, you can shoot over the top of the defenses that close out.
Time is their friend. Now Perth, they can take their full 24. Cotton for Norton. So good.
Just picking apart that defense off the dribble. His ability to create for others. Beautiful thing to see when he's in this type of mode. 27 points and 7 helpers to go with it.
This little genius, this little superstar, he's plus 32 in the game, man. So when you consider some of the runs that the Adelaide 36ers had, they got it back to 7, let's not forget, a few minutes ago. And he hasn't been on the floor. The Perth Wildcats haven't functioned as well. They've done a good job getting a little bit of rest for Cotton. He's only played, well, what's that? He's had 27 minutes, which, he's had 30 minutes. So he's had still a bit of time. The bench will probably finish this one out around 30 minutes. I doubt you'll see him again. So in 30 minutes, the little maestro is 6 of 10 from the 3-point line. He's got 27 points, 7 assists.
Honestly, he was resting on offense because of the fact that Todd Blanchfield handled everything in quarter number 1.
And Vic Law
Came in at quarter number 3.
Yeah, you got some good weapons they can go to.
Now Law steps out. Adelaide 36ers are going to drop 3 at home in a row for the first time since November 2014. They've always had such a great record at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre, but they just...
Well, this is impressive defense.
Great way right now.
The whole any team in this competition is 73% at 31%. And you had to guard him a lot because it had 84 field goal attempts. They've done a great job on the 20 offensive rebounds. They've won the rebound count.
They're taking care of the ball. 6 turnovers.
Just haven't been able to put it in the hole. Haven't been able to score. Hey, Dench hasn't been shot from the 3-point line. He's 2 of 12. Nice slip. Slimming with a good pass. Jack Purchase seen the last minute in action, 30-odd seconds.
Had some time with the 36ers last year. Jack Purchase, 9 games.
Indeed.
Now with the Wildcats. Spent some time in the winter playing for North Adelaide in the NBL 1 competition as well.
Well, he's going back there again in the NBL 1 competition when the NBL season finishes. Right. Daniel Johnson as well. Daniel Johnson might be suiting up for them as well.
He'd be fairly handy. Now, here's a young man that you're very high on. Ollie Hayes-Brown. You're big on him, Corey.
I am. He is a big unit. Plays hard around the basket. Good rebounder.
He's a good Frankston boy as well. 21 years of age.
Has a lot of tools to work with.
Comes from basketball. His dad was the general manager of NBA Australasia, Phil Hayes-Brown. And so he's been around the caper.
Perth Wildcats have lost 4 of their last 6 coming into today. Fresh in body, but most importantly, fresh in minds. They come out today and give Adelaide the business on their home floor, 92-73.
Well, not without a little scare. The Adelaide 36ers, they battled away and just the volume of shots, 85 field goal attempts as opposed to the Perth Wildcats 57. Now, admittedly, like I said, there were a lot of free throws, 27 free throws, but even taking that into consideration, it's still a heavy amount of extra field goal attempts the Adelaide 36ers had with their 20 offensive rebounds, but just right from the start, we saw this steely resolve by the Perth Wildcats to not allow head starts. As we mentioned, 10 times this season, they've trailed by 10 points in the first half. And it was an area of concern, but if this afternoon's any indication, looks like they've found, whether it's their pre-game routine, whether it's something else they've gone to figure out how to avoid that, and they did it this afternoon.
3 more games on the road after this one, and they will be back at home at ROC to finish the season. A bunch of home games. They're headed for the finals. It's just a question of which spot on the ladder they're going to finish, Corey. It's not in doubt.
No more in doubt.
You weren't silly enough to say that was in doubt at some stage.
I was.
Come on.
No longer in doubt.
Is this a public apology? Let's Casey.
Bryce Cotton, full off the player of the game, well played, and great for your teammates today as well. We got involved, Freddie Glancy was outstanding, that opening quarter, set the tone.
Yeah, man, he was on fire. We pretty much got in that whole first quarter. We did a good job keeping us in it. And then collectively, I think the next coming quarters we did a hell of a job defensively.
You had double-figure points in the second quarter, and then Dick Law had double-figure points in the third quarter. You got a lot of weapons.
Absolutely. Offense has never been the issue with us. I think we're a pretty good offensive team, but we always have lapses on the defensive end. But I think today we did a pretty good job as well as last game. So hopefully we keep that momentum.
Adelaide placed within 7 in that last quarter. Then you were out to back onto the floor straight away to try and save the situation. You feel that pressure when things start to go awry for your team. The coach always says, "Hey Bryce, we need you back in there. Go and do something special."
No, not really. You know, basketball's a game of runs. There's other times where we're down a lot and we make runs. So it's never a time to panic. We've been in this situation a million times.
And you haven't had a great record here in Adelaide. You've been here 9 times, only won twice. Were you aware, or do you get that feel that this is a place where I haven't had a lot of success in the past?
I didn't know the exact record, but considering that, I guess we was due for a win. So, lucky us.
And I guess tonight, or today, your performance was your best of the three so far against Adelaide. Is that just, you just take what the defense gives you?
Yeah, exactly. It's just read and react. I mean, I get so much attention a lot of the time, so I try to make sure I find the guys that are open, and then whenever I have open looks, I try to take them.
It's always a pleasure to have you here in Adelaide. Well played. Good luck for the rest of the season.
All right, thanks a lot.
It's always a pleasure to watch Bryce Cotton, and the Perth Wildcats look very, very good today. 92-73, they win in pretty impressive fashion. Coming up next, it's the Sydney Kings taking on the Cairns Taipans as Indigenous round continues here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. There's Keanu Binder and Xavier Cooks.